Very often, when you study in India, you have to travel to different states, different places to fit into the college of your choice. And when you're staying away from your parents, the expenses that you will incur on a daily basis keeps on increasing. So I made a decision in my life to make some cheap purchases so that later on in the future they will actually help me save more money. So here are 5 cheap purchases that helped up eventually saving me more money than I had invested in. The first one is a Swiggy or Zomato subscription. As an Indian college student, it is extremely tempting to order from restaurants nearby. Every single month, some other new exciting place opens up and you want to go and try the food over there. But you can't always go out of your hostel because of your commitments to your college, so you end up ordering the food to your hostel because you get at a cheaper discount from Swiggy or Zomato. But the problem with Swiggy and Zomato is that eventually you will have to end up paying 40 or 50 rupees extra in delivery charges. Let's take 1 month for example. In 1 month, supposing you order from Swiggy or Zomato once in every 3 days. So that is roughly around 10 days in a month, which is roughly translates to around 500 rupees of pure delivery charges. But if you take a Swiggy or a Zomato subscription for a month, it costs somewhere around 120 to 130 rupees, and it is even less if you take their 6 monthly or their yearly plan. Now I'll tell you a small trick that I used with some of my boys in the boys hostel. So we were around 4 to 5 boys and everybody was hungry at around 7 o'clock in the night. There's a feature on the Zomato Pro Plus plan that if your bill goes above a certain level like 500 or 600 rupees from one particular restaurant, you will get an additional 10 or 20% discount on your total bill. So this is in addition to the coupon code discounts you get on Zomato plus no delivery charges, and you get an additional 10 to 20% discount. So effectively, if we go to see, the entire bill literally used to be slashed by half if we ordered as a group. And you know, in the hostel there are so many groups of boys, you can always go into a group and say, hey, I have literally found a way that will help us save more money and eat the tasty food from Swiggy or Zomato. Just try this one day. Select the favorite hotel that you have on Swiggy or Zomato and tell the boys to tell out their orders. Go to the cart, put the coupon code and put the additional 20 to 30% discount code, and then show it to them that how we are saving money if we completely pool all the orders from all the boys. This is also extremely helpful in a place like Goa where there are heavy rains, and Swiggy Zomato always charge 20-30 rupees extra in case the delivery boy is delivering during rains. So as you can see, buying this 120 rupee per month plan or going for the yearly plan is going to save you hundreds of rupees in the long term. The second cheap purchase that I made was buying a trimmer. Now, grooming is one of those things that we tend to ignore in our late teens and young adult phase because we don't really know the proper business professional environment as such and how important grooming is for all of us. It not only gives you confidence, but it boosts your self-esteem, your self-image, and basic portrayal. And it often said that the first impression that a person has will be the last impression. So it's always a good idea to get yourself a trimmer. Because for boys and for people like me, every 2 to 3 days, the hair keeps on growing. Even though I give finer cuts over here on my beard, 2 to 3 days later on, I get these small hairs in those areas where I don't want it to come. And a trimmer is extremely handy for me. I don't have to run to the barber shop and pay 70 rupees extra just to get the finer cuts on my beard. With the help of a trimmer, I'm not only saving more money, I'm saving more time, more energy, and I have the freedom to use the trimmer anywhere. I may be posted in a primary health center somewhere in Mandur, I might be posted in the urban center, I might only have 5 minutes to get prepared, but if I have a trimmer in my hand, it'll give me the power not only to give the finer cuts, but also to trim my beard to the correct size that is needed. For example, I have a lot of curly beard hair. But with the help of the trimmer, I can trim it down to the correct size, which for me it's about 1 or 2 on the blade scale, and an instant look that will help me throughout the day. The third cheap purchase that I made that ended up saving me a lot of money is to buy an Amazon Kindle. In this day and age, it is extremely important for us to stay updated with the modern world. Concepts are changing, times are changing extremely rapidly, and there are new psychological concepts, there are new self-help methods, there are humanities advancing at such a rapid pace that you need to constantly keep up with the changing environment. There are so many books that are written by great people like Ankur Warikoo, like Osho, like Mark Manson, like Chetan Bhagat.
Chetan Bhagat?
But jokes aside, if you buy the paperback or the hardcover version of these books, it can range from somewhere between 400 to even 1,000 rupees. The really good books that I mean. And I mean those really good best-selling authors charge quite a bomb for their books. So it's always beneficial to have a portable device, a device you can use anywhere on earth. You need not worry about carrying 10 books. Supposing if you're going for a trip abroad, you can just carry that one Kindle and you can have thousands of books, any amount of books that you actually require. The advantage of the Kindle is that you can highlight, you can mark, you can export your highlights onto a separate program, and later on you can use those principles to teach people to keep on revising all the important points from a particular book. As an Indian student, there are so many things to learn, and even if a book costs like 400 or 500 rupees, I personally will be reluctant to buy it if I don't see the complete value that I get in the book. So that's why I went for a Kindle, and then I go for the Kindle version of the book that I get online, and I save something like 30 to 40% on every single book purchase, simply because I have this device which I can take anywhere and I can read it anywhere without having the tension of remembering to take tens or fifteens of books to a particular place. The fourth cheap purchase that I made that absolutely changed my mental energy is YouTube Premium. Now there's a lot of hate that YouTube Premium gets as to why should we pay for this free service called YouTube. But it is not only about the money over here. Think in terms of your mental energy. Do you really want to see a 20-second unskippable ads? And these days YouTube are putting two unskippable ads and it is completely irritating. For example, just before the exam or 3-4 days before the exam, I want to get one concept clear because it is extremely volatile. Because some of the concepts in medical school are extremely volatile, and I want to go back to the video that I saw 2 to 3 months back so that I can just refresh my memory. During that crucial, intense exam season, I don't want to see 20-second ads and ads about products that I don't like at all. For example, picture this, okay? You're in the casualty and you're going to resuscitate a patient. Your senior is resuscitating a patient, and suddenly he asks you a question like, can you just go on YouTube and check out this video as to what is the exact procedure, what is the exact dose, what is the exact method of following this protocol. At that time, you don't want YouTube to suddenly show you a ad, right? You're in that intense situation and you have absolutely no patience for that ad and you want the information extremely quick. If YouTube is an essential part of your life, as it was mine during my medical school and for all the documentaries that I watch on YouTube, please get YouTube Premium. Now, the side benefit I would call of having YouTube Premium is that you have access to all the YouTube music that is available on the platform. Since I mostly spend my time in the YouTube ecosystem, it is extremely efficient for me to put a song into a playlist within the YouTube ecosystem itself and then listen to it whenever I want. For example, if I'm in the car, if I'm doing some daily chores, or if I just want to chill with a glass of coffee. For me personally, it is extremely convenient to use YouTube Premium. The last cheap purchase is one of those purchases that will have an overall benefit to your life and therefore will contribute to your fitness and to your mental health. And that is the use of these resistance bands. I'm an Indian medical student, and that means that I have extremely limited time for my hobbies and for my passions. One of the passions that developed in medical school was going to the gym, was going to fitness. But it so happens in medical school that you have so many vivas and so many tests and so many other commitments of going out with your friends and making new social connections that you may not necessarily have the time every single day to go to the gym. Even if you go to the gym, you may not give the complete intense energy that is needed to actually seriously build a lot of muscle. So I decided sometime in between my fitness ritual that I am not able to manage my fitness as well as my medical life. I found a common ground, a place where I could maintain my fitness at the same time pursue my goal of completing medical school. Which is where I made a smart purchase of buying resistance bands. In the hostel room, we used to have a window, and on the window there were grills. So I just simply hook the resistance band to those grills over there, which are extremely strong, and I actually do bicep curls, triceps extensions, shoulder raises, side lateral raises, all the exercise that are basically needed for the upper body. Even a good 20 to 30 upper body workout using the resistance band was enough for me to maintain my muscle mass. In the initial phase of my training, I got something called as the beginner's luck. A beginner in training will always make gains. And there's a tendency to lose all the muscle mass the moment your exams come, the moment you have finals, because our finals are literally of 2 months. We have prelims of 1 month and the finals of 1 month. So these 8 weeks are extremely crucial. I cannot afford to lose the muscle mass that I have gained in these 8 weeks. And this is where the resistance band actually came into picture. Now you may say that investing into a resistance band may not necessarily have the financial output. But I believe for a healthy brain function, all the activities need to be optimized. And there is great amount of evidence that exercising actually increases your learning capacity, it improves your skill level. Ultimately, when you improve your skill level, you will go into better places in life where your economic value will be of much more importance. And therefore, you will make more money. It's one of those purchases that indirectly helps us to influence our mood and makes our performance much more better. So if you're having some excuses that you cannot go to the gym because of your other commitments, buy a resistance band that will help you to get a quick 15 to 20 minute workout, and you should be completely sorted for your fitness goals. So that's it guys for this video. In this video I told you some of the macro purchases that I have made, purchases at a bigger level, at a big mindset level, so that you can not only save more money but actually save a lot of energy. There are many other ways to save money as an Indian college student, and this is only part 1 of a series that I am building called Living the Indian Student Life. So definitely if you like this video, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for the second part of this video that I'll be uploading in a few more weeks to come, and I will see you in that video. Bye bye.